Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. We're excited to have our next guest joining us again, Ramona Maurice, Mona Lisa, they call her. She's the owner at Royale Beauty Bar, and we're excited she's back here from Montclair, New Jersey, to talk more about her services. And of course, being nominated as Montclair's #1 beauty enhancement spa. And again, as our professional of the year, we're excited to talk to her as a young entrepreneur and to find out more all about the work she does and how Royale Bar Beauty Bar can help. How do I pronounce it? I'm so sorry, I just messed it up twice.
It's okay. So it's Roux Royale.
Roux Royale. Thank you so much. It's spelled Roux,
Yes.
Royale beauty.com. We're talking mommy makeovers. We're talking body contouring. We're talking so much, maybe a massage. I mean, there's a lot that you do here. And let's give someone a quick little overview if they're listening today. Tell us a little bit about what makes you guys #1 in Montclair. Tell us.
Of course, I'm so happy to be here, Jill. So, again, we are the #1 beauty enhancement spa located in Montclair, New Jersey. We have been doing this for about 4 years now. So, we specialize and prioritize just beauty, health, and wellness. And it's typically our macho or whatever you would like to call it is where beauty meets confidence. And it's so important
Yeah.
because we target different areas of the body, whether you're looking for a facial, whether you're looking for laser hair removal, whether you're looking for body contouring, fat reduction services, or just you want to relax and get a massage. This is what we are here for. Take pride and specialize and also doing consultations. And I think that that's something that sets us apart from a lot of people only because a
Hmm.
lot of other spas, you can just book the service and come in and just do it. And we honestly don't service anyone without making sure we know more about you. Our whole thing is connecting with our customers. We'd love to know just a little bit insight of your day to day. What's your skincare routine like? Are you drinking enough water? Do you
Hmm.
use the bathroom regularly? What's your stress like? Are you sleeping? What's your exercise like? So we take pride in making sure that it's not just a person coming in here and getting a service. Like we want to have that special connection and relationship with you so that you know that we are an outlet that we care, but of course we're going to help you feel beautiful in the process.
And keeps the clients coming back and you become
It
friends with all of them,
does.
right? I mean,
Of
um,
course, referral is important.
well, unfortunately, the station has not sent me the notes yet. And so let me ask if you want to just begin. Tell me a little bit about what you want to talk about today. You can always put them in the chat if you'd like, in the meantime. But what was the area of focus for us to start today? Why don't you start off with that?
Of course. So today I just wanted to really emphasize and focus on health and wellness. I wanted to emphasize the importance of just knowing that you have to focus on eating better, drinking more water. You need to focus on your mindset, your sleeping habits, and really just prioritizing yourself. I say this every interview, but I don't think it has resonated yet with the audience how important this is. Like we're going into a new year and a lot of people they aren't where they want to be. There's financial situations going on, marital situations, you have children, you have a career, you have a life, and it's one of those things where everyone is worrying about, I feel like, the wrong things. And I think health needs to be prioritized that much more. I do have a lot of insight in our healthcare infrastructure and system out here and how things can be simply just so expensive. And I wanted to prioritize and emphasize that if you can spend money on doing things that don't make you any healthier or better, then one thing in the new year you should do is that one thing that you know you can be consistent with, just go for it and do something and make that change. Because I feel like what happens is January comes, it's the same thing every year. New year, new body, new me. You start off strong, and it's just like, what happens to you come April? It's like fell away by the wayside. The next thing you know, summer is here, and you're panicking. Oh my God, my skin is breaking out. I'm just not
Yep.
satisfied with what's going on. I need some Botox. The cellulite. I just need a massage. Like it's just, I mean, when I say panicking, people will come to me and they literally have 2 weeks to their vacation. They're like, oh, how many body contouring sessions can we do? And their stomach, their back, their legs, everything is just being real. It's big. And it's like you cannot, this isn't, we do non-invasive services. This is not a plastic surgery center. And with that being said, that's why we emphasize and focus on slow and steady growth because it's more sustainable long term. Doing a quick fix is never going to last for most people. And even if you were to go the surgery route, people think it's a quick fix, but truthfully, no, you are investing into 20 massages. You're investing into wearing a faja if you have to all the time. It is maintenance. So I want people to really just figure out how can you put that one thing that you've been putting off with your health into play for 2025. Whether it's I really genuinely like working out, like I don't like to do strength training, but I love to walk. How can you get your steps in every day? And if not every day, 3 to 4 times a week, how can you accommodate something into your schedule? If you're struggling, you have not enough fiber in your diet. And you're
Yeah.
just like, okay, well, I should be having, more protein and drinking no, well, you could do juicing, but like having more fruits and vegetables. I'm lacking on that. I'm doing too much fried foods, making healthy alternatives. I think that those changes are so significant because truthfully, like this year, for me personally, I have gone so hard in the gym and I'm just so proud of myself because
Aw.
start, right? I would go to the gym. I would go 2, 3 times a week, and I'll take 2, 3 weeks off. And then it's like you're constantly restarting. And I
Hmm.
think that's so important to break the cycle. Break the cycle of constantly having to restart, you know? For example, Joe, what are some of your health or beauty goals for 2025?
Well, it's funny you said that because I was just going to reach out to my girlfriend who does all her laser treatments. I haven't had anything done to my skin since the spring, and it's that time to
Right.
get rid of those brown spots to go in. And I live out on Long Island, or else I'd come to you if I was closer.
Of course, of course,
Um,
of course.
but I want to feel good. And then I have a friend down in DC, but I want to look into the more invasive, like the deep, deep chemical peel or like they're doing the
Yes,
CO2 blasting and stuff like that. I just feel like
that
the
is
benefits would
amazing.
be so much better. And then I'm like, you know what? I haven't had Botox in 6, 7, 8 months. I can't even tell. I'm so upset. I'm like, I called my girlfriend. She said her husband's not doing it anymore. So I have to find someone else to do my Botox. So I'm just,
And that's super annoying. I know how that feels because you're just like, especially when you find someone you like, you consistently go to them because they know how to put it and do what they have to do.
exactly. So I'm a little disappointed. I want to look better, and I do, and I want to just break it all down. And can I ask you a question? I have okay. I wanted to ask my girlfriend this as well. Like I have a lot of spots, like sun damage on my legs, and can you do laser treatments on your legs too to pull up the pigment?
Absolutely. So obviously with laser, there's different types of laser. So laser is great for obviously hair removal, but you can use laser to pick up the pigment. A lot of people also combine laser with microneedling, or if they're doing like a VI peel. VI peel is a strong, strong peel.
I've done
So those
that,
are
but can you do that on your legs?
you can do a VI peel anywhere. Yeah,
I didn't know
absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely do that. So a lot of people suffering from sun damage, because honestly, that happened to me too, because I didn't know, ladies, if you're listening, even men too, wear your sunscreen. You need
And
to
my
wear
legs are all
sunscreen.
discolored. I'm in a skirt today, so I could see. My legs are all discolored. I don't like
Yes.
it.
Yes, yes, yes. So you need to either figure out doing some CO2 laser. You can do some microneedling on that area because you can do microneedling everywhere. Microneedling is great for basically stimulating the skin and creating new collagen. It
Uh-huh.
utilizes small little needles to like puncture the skin. And then it's just basically you have like cell turnover and like I see my results myself in like 3 weeks and I'm just like, oh my God, my skin's amazing. But any of these things that you do, it is a treatment series. So I want everyone to be, it's not something you do one time and it's
Yeah.
gone. You'll see like small improvements. I would say anywhere, between 2 to 4 sessions. It just depends on how deep and how bad it is. But other than that, I
I'm
think
sorry, you
that'd be
said two
great.
to four sessions for wait. Say it again. Of
Or
what?
either like microneedling, laser, the peel though, the peel is so strong. I did a VI peel.
I did
I
on my
want to show
face
you a picture.
before. Oh, Do you have
It's
pictures to pull up?
so much skin. I don't have pictures to put, but
Wow.
I can definitely send them in because it's serious. Like I had to wear a mask because even at work, people are like, "Oh, like, are you okay?" And I'm just like, "I know, but your skin is like amazing after." So if you have to do it when you don't have somewhere to go. Yes.
Yeah, and now's like the
So
perfect time. It's like the
it
holidays are
is.
here, so I'm
It's
down with
holiday.
that. Oh my
Yep.
goodness. All right, thank you for the suggestion. I apologize. I'm off topic. What else are we supposed to be talking about today? I'm sorry.
No, no, you're not off topic at all. I really think it's important because at the end of the day, everyone has that one thing that they want to work on, you know? So what about as far as your specific health goals? Like, is there anything else that you feel like you need to do
Yeah,
more
it
often for
start it start
yourself?
working out. I always try start walking over the summer. I just with the two kids, it is the hardest thing to do and to make that time for. I don't work out
No.
anymore. I haven't worked out in years, and I try every now and then do a little walk, and I just don't do it.
So how do you feel like that affects you? Because I think this is important for people to hear, and this is why I'm basically pushing the importance of it all.
Oh my God. It makes me feel horrible. Like I feel I don't know, if now it's like the falls here, winters here. I always gain some weight. I think a lot of us do. And I just feel like
Yeah.
I just don't feel good. I remember when I used to work out, I used to whatever the hormones it's producing makes me feel good and energized and not going, hey yawning all day. It makes me feel energized and I don't have that. So I need a
I
little pick me up.
100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. And that's why I was really telling everyone, like, focus and hone in on one thing. For
Yeah.
me, I think exercise that I love so much is the energy boost, but not only the energy boost, but I sleep better at night. And I feel like
Yes.
people don't sleep well nowadays because of phones, of course. 'Cause
Hmm.
like, oh, we're gonna scroll, we're gonna watch the news, we're gonna go look and be on social media, or we're gonna read the news. Whatever you like to do on your phone, you're on your phone a lot, and that also affects your sleep and you're not getting that exercise because exercise no matter what you're going to get sleepy, so you're going to get tired, your muscles need rest. And I think that's so important too because my oldest client is actually 68 years old
God
and
bless.
she has no children or anything like that, but I want to say she's in really good shape. Like she's still lifting weights and doing certain things. Of course she had to change her eating habits. That was her biggest problem. I feel like people the eating habits is the problem. You can work out all the time, but are you eating right? Like that is the super important part. And eating right doesn't have to be that you're specifically like, okay, like I'm completely cutting meat out my diet. I'm completely doing like do small changes that you know that you can actually maintain, because a lot of people are addicted to rice, for example, and I'm from Caribbean descent. I'm Haitian, so it's like one of those things where rice and beans is part of our culture. So I understand that you eat rice all the time, but substitute it for brown rice. Don't eat rice every day. Have vegetables instead. Make salads. Do certain things that you can just
Yeah.
feel that you can maintain. That's really what it comes down to. A lot of people sign up for things that they know they're not going to maintain. Don't sign up for a boxing class that you know you wanted to do for 3 years and you're finally going to go do it, but it's 30 minutes away because you know you might end up canceling all the time because life happens and it's also not that close.
Yeah.
So make sure you're doing things that are in close proximity to you that you know that, okay, I can actually implement this into my schedule. Because I feel like I want to be more on the preventative side for 2025. And that's what I'm
Hmm.
like encouraging my clients to do as well. Like, prevent yourself from getting to that point where you go to the doctor and they tell you you're overweight and you have high cholesterol now
Hmm.
and you have high blood pressure and you have diet or you're pre-diabetic because you're not getting your diet together. And I think it's also important too to for people to look into organic stuff. I know not everyone can afford it, but at times where you can, I think that you should, because looking into the food industry and some of the things that we're consuming, not everything is good for us, but I feel like people aren't well educated on those things. Like, for example, like for a long time, I was buying farm raised salmon, and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm not supposed to be doing that. You
I
should
saw
be getting
that
vet.
on Netflix. There was the whole what you are what you eat show, and I saw that. I
Girl,
knew I knew nothing about all this.
girl. Yeah, that
So
stuff,
sad.
it's serious. You want wild caught salmon. avoid farm raised, by any means possible. Drink plenty of water. Try to do more cold pressed and fresh juices. Of course, like we're human, okay? We have our kings. There's little things that we like. I know a lot of my clients like I like my Minute Maid fruit punch. I like my big apple
I
juice.
like my
Listen,
McDonald's. I'm sorry. My kids eat it every
yeah.
now and then. So do I. So I do. I do. And I know they say it's not good for you, but I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah.
Listen, I literally made an Instagram reel. It was so funny.
Tell
It
me.
was like this reel that was like, you disappointed me. And I was just like, you disappointed me. And in the caption I wrote, when your client tells you that she's going to McDonald's for the kids, but it's just an excuse for her to go eat a Happy Meal with them because she knows she's not supposed to be eating it. And it got so many likes and comments because the parents really do that. So it's one of those things I'm like, I can relate and call you out jokingly, and it's like, oh, Ramona's on point with those things, because it's life. I get it. But at the end of the day, I do want you to understand that your decisions on health today play a huge role in how you age. And if you don't want soggy skin and loose skin, do those radio frequency skin tightening treatments, whether it's on your face, whether it's on your body, tighten up your skin. Make sure you focus on drinking those healthy juices and making sure you incorporate all those things because, you know, I have watched that I won't call them out, but I've watched people that I really love and care about really deteriorate over time because they did not prioritize themselves. And that's what it comes down to. Like, do not let yourself get consumed by everything and all your struggles because at the end of the day, like I feel like the law of manifestation is so real. What you put out into the universe, I do believe that God will bless you for it. So if you're trying to make those positive changes and there's so many other things that are not working out around you, that positive good energy, it will flow back into your life in a way that you'll be able to sustain and maintain those things that you're struggling with. It's one thing to identify the problem, but it's
Mm-hmm.
another thing to put action behind that
Yep.
and say, hey, you know what? I'm rising above the occasion. Like I'm not going to sit there and let this be that thing that holds
Affect
me
me.
back anymore. So I just felt like I needed to get this message out to everyone today. Like I can tell you about my services all the time, but it's just like I don't want my services to be something that you're like, oh, I'm just stressed out. Like I just want to get this beauty service and it's gonna make me feel good for that moment and I'm gonna move on like nothing happened. Like no, like I want you to feel like this is a lifestyle. And I actually got the men around me really into facials. And the way
Yay!
that I did that is because, especially for men, listen, when you go get your shape up, your line up, your haircut, whatever it is, and then you come get a facial after that, you are
Mm-hmm.
glowing. Like it is a different like type of fine that you turn on as a man when your skin is clean, it's moisturized, it's lathered, it's just amazing. You feel and you look so much better. And people didn't realize like, oh my God, like, do I really have to sit there and do all this stuff with my skin? And it's just like, yes. Why do you think certain people as they get older, they look amazing? Because they take care of their body and they take care of their skin. And of course, it requires money to do so. So it is an
Yeah.
investment. So that's kind of what I wanted to make sure people know. Yes, it's an investment. And people are like, well, listen, I got this to do, I got that to do. But it's just like, you can never go wrong investing into your health. And I
I
think that
agree with
that
that 110%. It is
you
so
need to
true.
you need to do that stuff. It's just
And
so important.
and you mentioned juicing. Tell me more about juicing. You mentioned the importance of that, and you did a cold press. What is that? Is that just drinking or eating juice for a certain amount of time? What is juicing? I'm sorry, I don't really know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's really just okay. We have a juice bar here as well. So we have a beet juice, we have a green drink, we have an orange, carrot, pineapple, and ginger. Like all the different juices that you can make have different health benefits for you. Like, so if you know, like, okay, like, well, I have struggles going to the bathroom, you probably drink more of the green drinks. If you know that you have like immunity, heart, or your heart issues or you're anemic, then you're gonna have more of the beet juice. The beets are so good for your heart health. So I never liked beets. I'm being really honest with you. Haitian culture, they're big on beets, and I'm like, I cannot do beets. But when I juiced it
Mm-hmm.
with some pineapple, put some lemon, added some of those things, I'm like, oh, I don't even taste the beets. It's excellent. So you find the concoction that works for you. But there's so many juice recipes. We have our juices on the website as well too. And so you just take a combination of fruits and vegetables, put it through the juicer. The reason why I mentioned cold press though is because
Uh-huh.
cold press is going to allow you to keep the nutrients that you're actually getting when you do the juicing. So other juicers that aren't equipped with that, technology, I would say, or the pieces, um, it's not you're not getting the same benefit as well. And cold pressed drinks, you're not supposed to leave in the fridge for longer than at least, I want to say at least 72 hours. Otherwise, you should freeze it because I know a lot of people will see them, they'll get a fresh drink and then in the fridge, it's going to separate. So when you see that separation happening, like you need to actually like hurry up and shake it back up together, but drink it. So you want to do that for health benefits, like I said, going to the bathroom, if you are anemic, if you need an immunity boost. Ginger is so great. I know a lot of people love ginger, a lot of people hate ginger. It's like a 50-50. I hear from people. Some people don't like the spice, but whatever you kind of like, you can go out and get. Like you love apples, okay, put apples in a drink with something. Add some carrots, add some spinach, add some kale. A lot of people like really don't think that these things taste good, but like, okay, so add some pineapple. Pineapple always sweetens it up, add some pineapple, add a little squeeze of lemon. And people think, oh, when you're doing the squeeze of lemon, it's gonna make the drink sour. It's not. Sometimes it just like neutralizes the whole drink, that it just like makes everything come together. Because we have a strawberry lemonade drink, amazing. Like I think that's like when you want something on the sweeter side, but it's still natural and healthy. It's the strawberry, pear, pineapple, and lemon drink, and it literally tastes like strawberry lemonade. It's so good. So if
Ooh.
that's something else, if you're like, okay, well, I don't want to do all the healthy. It's healthy regardless, but you know what I mean? Like you don't want to do a green or a beet juice or something like that, and you're like, okay, like I want something sweet, but it's still natural. Do the strawberry, pear, pineapple and lemon. That's what we have at our juice bar here, and people love that. It's so refreshing. I think you should try it. You should definitely like if do you have a juicer at home, Joe?
No, I don't. So that maybe is a good Christmas gift. I have like a magic bullet blender, but like
Okay.
a juicer.
You do
No.
smoothies?
Say it again.
Smoothies?
I make the smoothies in it. Yeah.
What do you put in your smoothies? What's your
I do.
go-to?
Well, don't laugh. I put ice cream. My kids like it. We put ice cream, blueberries, and milk and ice.
Okay, all right, all right. I like
Not
blueberries,
bad,
so
not bad. Sometimes bananas as well.
I love bananas. Bananas are so great for you. It's great in potassium. I didn't realize, like, oh my God, I should be eating bananas like every day. A lot of people don't but like bananas, believe it or not. I was shocked, because a couple of my clients, I'm like, hey, like, all right, well, if you don't want, because they have the Vitamix or the NutriBullet, like one or the other. They have something to blend, and they're just like, yeah, I don't like bananas. And I'm like, wow, like a lot of my drinks that I make personally for myself have bananas in it as the base. So I personally like to do banana, mango, pineapple, and
Ooh,
blueberry, and it's
ooh.
great. It's great. It's like that perfect sweetness. And depending on if I'm gonna add protein powder in or not, like I do that. But that's kind of what I like to do. But you just have to find what you like. I feel like that's what life is about. Find what you like and stick to it and do what works for you.
I know it's
I think
different for everyone, right? And it is. And that's the other thing. It's like, not everything goes for everyone. Don't feel you got to try new things though. And it's always important. And you mentioned it's always important to have a like-minded community of people that can help you, right? To keep those
yes.
people around you. What if you don't have them? That's why we got to go see you.
That's my point. That's why you got to come see me because all it
Mm-hmm.
takes for me personally or my employees, we just need to meet one person out the friend group. One
Yep.
person out the friend group, and it's going to influence everyone else because that one person starts looking so good. They're radiant,
Yeah.
they're happy, excited, and everybody's like, "Girl, like, what are you doing?" Like, and they're like, "Listen, whether I'm going to get my body
It's
consult, I'm going to my
so funny. Yeah.
lasers, it's encouraging. That's what it is. Sometimes you need that encouragement because in the back of your mind, like people know what they have to do and they kind of just like, don't do it. They procrastinate with it. And so to have a friend go and go get some beauty services and tell someone else about it, it's great. And we do have a lot of mothers here. And I did want to like shout out all the mothers and moms because it's so difficult being a mom and like prioritizing yourself. And I want to say a good 90 to 95% of our clients are moms. And we are definitely kid friendly as well. If you have to make a beauty appointment and you do not have someone to watch
Aw.
your kid, bring your child as long as you have an iPad for them and snacks and juice or water. We are so fine with that because we work with you. At the end of the day, I don't want you to sit there and be like, well, I have nobody to watch my child. That's the reason why I don't come. Now, some people are like, I don't want my child to come at all. Like, I need that peace for myself. So I get it. But if that's going to be the only thing standing in the way of you and like getting that cellulite treated or
Yeah. Hmm.
getting your back and butt lift or getting your facial massage, that you wanted, then by all means, like we have waiting areas. We are children friendly for you to come get services here because at the end of the day, it's just like you got to prioritize you and you deserve it. I feel like a lot of people needed to hear that. Like you deserve to be happy and do something that you like for a change instead of just watching people on the internet like, oh my God, such and such just went to the spa today. Like, it looks so beautiful and amazing. I wish I could do that too. And it's just like, stop wishing and take action, like go
Yeah, it's
for it.
so true, right? Oh my
Like, don't,
gosh.
don't limit yourself, Like, I feel like we're just in a day and time now where it's just like, we've gotten so comfortable just watching people. Like, every aspect of their life. And it's just like we analyze and overanalyze, which is cool, but like do stuff for yourself as well. Don't just like get consumed in someone else's life on the internet that you're forgetting to take care of you at home. And health, beauty, confidence, they all go hand in hand together. When you look better, you 1,000% feel better. I definitely feel like I walk with a different confidence just because I accomplished my goal of being more consistent exercising this year, 100%, drinking more water. And water is actually really challenging for people. There's a few of my clients that come in here and say,
I'm going now.
they're like, I
Thanks for
barely drink
reminding me. Yes.
you drink your water, because it's like, oh my God, I did not realize how I'm like, oh, okay. Well, listen, baby steps. You know what I tell people? The easiest way I think I've gotten people to start drinking water is by putting a water bottle next to your
Ooh,
bed or just
ooh.
however your glass, whatever is good for you. But have the water next to your bed because when you wake up in the morning, most people are dehydrated. Like that should be the first thing you're consuming is drinking at least a glass of water before you start your day. And then obviously in the middle of the night, if you wake up and you get thirsty, but that starts it for me personally when I'm like telling people like how to implement water more so into their day-to-day activities. And then if you're at work all day, whether you're working on the laptop or you're in the office, bring water bottles or a big Stanley cup, whatever you're utilizing to keep your water in, leave it on your desk so that it's in front of you. I feel like when it's out of sight, it's out of mind. You know what I mean? Like keep it, in reach of you. And I had to actually wean a couple coffee drinkers off of heavy coffee and to drink more water because like coffee is not
I
doing it
know.
for you.
I know it's not, but I apologize. We're out of time. My
Okay.
goodness. But it's exciting to always be here to talk to you. Could you share how we can reach out to you, please?
Absolutely, absolutely. So you can reach out to us at www.royalebeauty.com. You can give us a call at 973-323-7267, or you can reach us on TikTok and Instagram at Roux Royale Beauty.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Pleasure having you here. Exciting stuff. And thank you. I'm sorry I didn't get your notes until so late, but we had a great time chatting. And thank you for going with the flow. I appreciate it.
Of course,
And I
anytime.
got to start juicing. All right. Have a great day, Ramona. We'll talk soon.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.